But we just saw Duke versus Kansas, ladies and gentlemen. Real quick, fellas. There it is. What's more exciting, the NBA or college basketball for you guys? And I want to do it. 2 questions. This can be real quick. Regular season, right? For the NBA versus college basketball, which one's more exciting? Reese, we'll start with you.
So, regular season, I'm gonna go NBA.
Okay. Cut it off right there. There. Freddie, who you got?
NBA.
Okay, bet. Now for the postseason, though, this is where everything's happening, fellas. March Madness, NBA Finals. I feel like, Freddie, we're gonna start with you, and you can go ahead and say NBA. But I feel like, Reese, you might be able to make something shake and say March Madness. So for the postseason, fellas,
check this out.
Freddie,
NBA, because I'm gonna tell you something right now.
I knew he was gonna.
The average person cannot tell you who won the last 10 national championships. NBA, and it's not even close. The NCAA hype is literally that hype, bro. And every year, NCAA gets less and less important. NBA for sure.
I feel like the average fan can't tell me the last 10 champions.
Bro, I can tell you the last champion back to 85 and MVP.
I think it's easier to go back to back in the NBA, and it that kind of gives me a little favoritism for the NBA.
Is it, bro?
It is, because again,
the same 5 teams win in college, though.
What?
The same 5 teams win in college.
Tell me the last time a team went back to back.
I mean, the same 5 team win in college.
But I'm saying it's easy to go back to back, so you're gonna know. I'm talking about, if you say the last 10,
because there's 30 teams versus hundreds of college teams. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I do agree with you saying. I get recruiting and everything as well without salary cap, but it's 30 teams versus hundreds of teams in the pool.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's one game versus.
But I feel like that should lead to the excitement. It's one game, but I know Reese is over here. So Reese, talk to me, baby. What you got for me, man? Let me get my Duke ring out here. I feel like you gonna say college. Come on, lean with that college.
Here's the thing, right? I mean, I feel like it's kind of a different strokes for different folks type of thing, right? Because I hear people talk about when I hear people talk about NBA versus college, it's they play with more passion in college, and they're not motivated by XYZ in college and everything like that, or they don't cry as much as the professional players cry and stuff like that. And so I get that. But when it comes to
less crying at Duke than he did on the Celtics, I just want to say that. Go ahead.
Woo! When it comes to listen, and that's why we're going with the NBA. Yep.
You're such a hater, bro. Yep. Look, green is not a good color on you.
You want to make the comments.
But there's no. I didn't even know college started. Well, I barely knew college started. I've heard of no marquee college games. And granted, there's no games marquee because football is going on. But even with basketball, it's oh shoot, it's the Bucks versus the Sixers tonight. With college, there has been no game that's gotten major coverage that's been talked about. I'm also off all social media right now, so I don't hear stuff anymore.
You had Duke versus Kansas. You got Gonzaga versus Kentucky. Yeah. Gonzaga just played Texas.
Well, you don't hear much about it.
I guess because it's early. You don't hear it over the NFL.
But they only got 30 games.
I'll get you. But I think if you follow it too, though, you hear it. But again,
and I'll say too, though, I think kind of what could separate kind of the NBA from college is when you have a stud coming out, you hear a lot more about it. You know what I mean? When Duke had RJ, Cam, and Zion, you know what I mean? It was like, oh my gosh, Duke's playing. You know what I mean? I gotta watch Zion. And people when you talk about RJ still being the leading freshman scorer on that team and everything,
because he ball hogged.
That's the kind of hype that comes when things like that come around. When you have talent coming through on multiple teams and stuff like that. But it's crazy. I mean, you could talk about, you just mentioned Gonzaga. Wasn't Luka Garza on Gonzaga?
Yeah. Luka Garza played for what state?
He played for Iowa.
Purdue. Wait, no.
Iowa.
So you see him killing it in college, and then he gets to the NBA and can't even break a 15-man roster. So that's kind of where it's kind of like I get the excitement behind college, but like the jump from college to NBA, you know what I mean? If you're a real hoop head, I feel like you're living for that jump. Like you want to see guys, like you're excited for guys in college, but you're living for them to make that jump and be impactful. I mean, like, again, Ja at Murray State was, I would say, Showtime, right? He gets to the NBA and you got everybody throwing them up. You know what I mean? Like, you got Moneybag dropping songs. You know what I mean? That stuff like that don't really happen for college. I don't know.
That's why Jaden Ivey get more love than Jalen Smith right now.
Right. I hear y'all. Look, I hear y'all, right? But I think because of college getting the whole NIL deals, that helps out with the excitement as well. Because now you get these personalities that you've seen, like imagine Mikey Williams in March Madness. I think that'd be pretty exciting to see. And again, you get these players for like 1 year. In the NBA, realistically, if I see you in the postseason, I'm probably gonna see you again. I can afford to miss you this game. There's no guarantee I can afford to miss this one player, one game in college. So, like, imagine you watching Paolo last year, and you thinking he gonna beat. Give me a second. And you thinking we gonna beat UNC, and you just so happened to. You just didn't watch the game, bro. Like, and now you just can't watch Paolo no more. Like, I can watch Paolo anytime I want to now because he plays a lot more games. Like with the college games, it's one and done.
But Trey, because you make a good point, but I think that's also what makes the NBA so exciting is because of the drama, the build up, the Hawks watched the Knicks up in the playoffs last year. This game is about to be crazy. And that's why opening, you know what I'm saying? Like, because
the history
college
aspect of it,
right. Because of college, like, there's some build up, but it's still like De'Aaron Fox versus Lonzo, right? There's the build up for sure. It was crazy hype, but it's like, damn, you like the rivalry.
Right, I was gonna say, I feel like
you get 4 year guys.
Still there though, like
it's
Duke
not the same now because it's not like Grant Hill and Duke coming back to play against Maryland and so on and so forth, right? Like, it's not that anymore because you don't have 2, 3, 4 year guys anymore, right? Everybody in Duke used to stay for 4 years. Now that's like pretty much like Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? You're going from 1 year going to the league. So I think that's why college has lost some of its actual factors because guys are one and done.
Yeah, like,
because you don't get that build up, that drama going into carrying over to next year.
Yeah, program rivalry is a lot different than I can't wait to play that guy. You know,
Austin Rivers versus North Carolina. I know you remember that,
bro. I remember where I was. I was in student apartment, and I was on my bed watching the game. And when I tell you, I let loose when that man hit that three. I walked in the Tyler house happy as hell. Like, what? Just can't tell me nothing. But no. But that's why I feel like I get more excitement about those college moments because again, it's limited, and then you get like rotating pieces. So it's like I feel like it's a little bit harder to maintain that excitement. Like it sometimes stuff gets a little stale, and with college, it doesn't necessarily get stale. But I also can't be mad at you for saying NBA. Like, I'm on the fence about it. Maybe ask me tomorrow, I might say NBA. Like, it just depends on the day. Like, rivalry week, I'm saying college basketball, easy. Okay. Like, there's nothing like it. Like, Duke, UNC, there's no better rivalry to me. Like, Celtics, Lakers, that's cool. Duke, UNC is better to me personally. Like that.
Right now, absolutely, yeah.
Like, that's just me personally.
Well, I would say those type of rivalries in the NBA aren't what they were 20 years ago either, or even 10 years ago.
Like, what are, real quick, and I don't want to drag this out, what are the, let's say you got to say 2 or 3 real rivalries right now in the NBA? What are they?
Giannis versus Trez. Giannis versus Trez.
Wow. Oh, wow. Wow.
Hey, hold on.
We're not talking
hold on. The Morris twins versus Jokic and his family.
Wow. Okay, we cooking with grease now.
DeJounte Murray versus Paolo. Yep, I like it. All right, now, time out.
Chill out, bro.
Seriously though, Trae Young versus the Madison Square Garden for sure.
Facts.
I love that. I love what he did. That whole villain thing. I love that. I
think the Grizzlies
Kawhi Leonard versus his trainer.
Grizzly Warriors. You said who? Kawhi versus his trainer. That's
My bad.
Brady just messed up. I was going.
He plays basketball.
Listen, I was going to say Clippers Lakers.
Me and Kawhi played the same games this year, bro.
Clippers Lakers not even a rivalry.
Nah, it's not. Like, nah.
Ooh, Luka versus Phoenix.
Shoot, Luka versus the Clippers. He loved playing in the Clippers.
True.
I gotta go Phoenix right now because Phoenix has done more. I did think Luka versus Kawhi and PG, but like
that was cool.
Kawhi been out too much. I can't add Kawhi and nothing.
I'm trying to think about another Eastern team.
I don't know.
Kawhi might be in the front office now. We don't know.
That's tough. That's so tough. But look though, Lola, I feel like at some point in time, Kawhi is gonna reach back into this segment right here.
I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, kid.